Frontsite restructuring update. A lot has changed, or should I say changed back since that first email. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, welcome back. And yes, as you know, I recently posted a video outlining Frontsite's restructuring plan and what they intended to do as far as how memberships would have to pay a whole lot of new fees. I was pretty outraged by it, pretty upset by it. A lot of you guys were outraged by it and said so in the comments section. And a lot of other members were definitely outraged by it and didn't appreciate the changes that Frontsite was making. And basically it all kind of stemmed from, just to briefly recap, stemmed from some financial difficulty that Frontsite has found itself in due to some bad business dealings. And yeah, everybody was pretty outraged by the fact that, well, you know, we as members are now going to have to change everything we do and pay a bunch of new money that we didn't expect to pay to help Frontsite out of this jam. And it felt unfair. A lot of people didn't like it. And they let Frontsite know with emails and phone calls and you guys in the comments section. But also, Dr. Piazza from Frontsite sent out many emails saying, okay, that restructuring is on hold until we get more input from our members. What did that mean? Well, it meant that he was going to send out, what he eventually ended up doing was he sent out some sort of like polls to find out exactly what members want from their memberships, what they'll put up with basically as far as new fees are concerned. And the result of those polls led him to basically offer two paths for Frontsite members going forward. And that's what we're going to outline here today, the two paths that he talked about. And I also want to thank a couple of commenters who mentioned on that recent video. One, this is Elaine, said, I returned from Frontsite yesterday. You can absolutely use ammo that you are bringing with you. You can also buy from them the amount of ammo you will use each day you are there. And she says it was only a few cents higher than Cabela's. Great. Another commenter said, this is SAR. It's changed again for the better, maybe. Read the latest email from the good doc. If you do nothing, nothing changes in your membership. I'm at FS this weekend. Bought into the Gold Star deal, got the 5,000 FS bucks, although I can only purchase the ammo I need for the current course. Makes sense. Using the bucks cost the ammo costs 10 cents on the dollar plus tax on the retail price. Can't beat that price on ammo anywhere. Could still use my own ammo too. That's huge. The Pro Shop has lots of good stuff, not just a few XXXL clothes and lefty holsters as in years past. That's good to know as well. Armory still has lots of stuff, all for what works out to be 90% off plus tax when using FS bucks. So apparently I'll be charged for future courses. Don't know if I can use the bucks. Don't know yet what other benefits of the Gold Star deal are to come or what the coins are good for. So I think there's a lot of confusion in that regard from a lot of members. Like, what exactly do the FS bucks mean? The Frontsite coins mean? What benefits are we really going to see from all of that? That's kind of the big question. But as he outlined there, if you know you're going to be going to Frontsite a lot in the future, it does make financial sense to buy they call it the the gold status member fee, to pay that fee, and then use that to accumulate the FS bucks that you want for the amount of ammo you expect to use in the next, I don't know, 2-3 years, whatever. So you could spend $1,000 and get this many Frontsite bucks and spend, you know, up to I don't know, $5,000. I can't remember what it caps off at, but you can spend a whole bunch of money and get all this FS bucks, non-refundable. So you put the money in, you can't get it back out. And you can use that for stuff like ammo, paying for background checks, paying for daily, the maintenance fees and all that stuff. So you can use all that FS bucks, use all that stuff towards your course, and that makes a lot of sense. So if you decide to upgrade and get that gold status member status, then you will probably benefit from that and more or less profit. Like, you're going to be getting the training you want, and you're also going to be paying less for it than you would have. So it turns out there are some good reasons to, I guess, move into that gold status member path. But I guess also for all of us who don't want to go that route, you can also just do nothing and keep what you currently have. So he did a really good job sort of summing it up right there. But I'm going to go into a little more detail from Dr. Piazza's email, just trying to pull the highlights here, and I'll try to give you exactly what's going on here. So for the gold status member path, you get a $50, you spend $50 annual for criminal background check fee, and that's annual, so you pay that for the first course that you attend for that year, and then it's good for the rest of the year. $25 per day facility fee for the number of days attending a course, plus the $25 staff support fee, plus the $25 per day insurance fee. So all those things I talked about would still apply, but you can use your front side bucks or FS coins or whatever to pay for it, I believe. And it also says the above fees will be charged for all new students. So if you haven't attended front side before, you just got a membership, you haven't attended yet, I think that they basically immediately put you into the gold status member path. There is no option to be a sort of a legacy member anymore. And that's for new students, and also for gold status members. But then this is huge. No membership maintenance fees at all for the gold status member path. I think that's also true for the non-gold status member path. No membership maintenance fees at all. They've just done away with that. So what I think I said, it was going to be $500 a year if you paid it in a lump sum. That's gone. You don't have to do that at all. But those who did pay that before that deal was rescinded and they said we're putting it out on hold, there are lots of people who did pay that, and those who did are getting, I don't remember exactly what it is, but some level of FS bucks or frontside coin reward that they can put towards their stuff, put towards, you know, things that they do there front side, including ammo, by the way. You can buy ammo with that, so that's awesome. And also, you know, the members that commented there said, yes, you can bring your own ammo currently still. I don't know if that's going to change. I don't have enough information right now. I'd have to specifically ask and talk to somebody at front side, or you can do that. Email somebody and ask them, can I still bring my own ammo? As of right now, people are bringing their own ammo and they're being allowed to take the course with it. But they can also use FS bucks to buy ammo there. So seems to be, again, kind of a more open approach. What else? Your personal membership is now willable upon your death. That was true in the previous video. Transfer fee for your personal membership to anyone other than an immediate family member is $100, payable by either transferor or transferee. Again, it says anyone other than an immediate family member. So an immediate family member, like your spouse or your child, maybe your parent as well, you can transfer your membership to them for free, I believe. I remember reading that somewhere in this. But if it's somebody other than immediate family, it's $100. And you can apparently use FS bucks in your account to pay for those transfer fees. The to be determined memberships in your account are also now transferable. The transfer fee for your to be determined memberships is $100. Private training also available to gold status members, and there's various fee structures for that. Front side certificates in your account that are previously covered for a wide range of uses have all been converted to 2-day, 4-day handgun, tactical, or practical rifle courses. Tactical shotgun or practical rifle courses. The empty hand defense, edge weapons, rope, rappel, and climb children and youth courses will remain in our curriculum. So they said before they were getting rid of all that. Looks like they're going to try to keep it now. They also said that Frontside Alaska is going to remain open. They said they're closing Frontside Alaska. Apparently they actually have enough money to keep it open. So whatever, I don't know. And the Champion Club remains open under its original terms. So that's all for the gold status member path. And to get the gold status member path, I've been trying to figure this out and try to understand what makes you a gold status member. But it sounds like all you're doing is you're buying a bunch of FS coins. And that's all it is. That makes you a gold status member. And so you say, yes, I want to be a gold status member. At what level? And then you buy the $50 level, the $100 level, the $200, the $1,000 level, whatever the different levels are. There's a bunch of different levels. and you're rewarded that many FS bucks according to the level that you buy. Now, if you don't want to go the gold status member path, you don't do anything. You simply do nothing, as he says. You'll continue to be able to attend courses under the original policies, procedures, and fees, which fees were basically $50 annual criminal background check, I believe. Your account will revert back to its original ledger, removing all the refunding of what you have spent in the past into FS bucks and FS coins. Your account will revert back to holding credits, patronage points only that you can use for your criminal background checks, partial purchase in the pro shop, membership transfer fees, and any other special offers in the future that will allow the use of credits, patronage points. Your account will revert back to the original TBD memberships and certificates it held. So kind of back to status quo. If you were happy with what you had at Frontsight, you still have all of that, according to what he says. But if you want this next step up, which is buying into the Frontsight bucks and Frontsight coins thing, then you just decide what level you want to buy, and that's it. But again, you don't have to. If you're already a member, you don't have to do any of that. You can keep your membership as it is, pay just 50 bucks per year for your criminal background check, and attend all the courses the way you did. And that's it. And it sounds like you can also bring your own ammo, like as before. Now, I will update in a pinned comment if that turns out to be not true, but it does seem like all the things that we were scared of, that I was upset about with Frontsight's restructuring, it seems like that has all effectively been rescinded, and they've found another way to try to raise money to deal with the financial issues that they have. And if that's the case, great. I have no problem with this. I have no issue with it. And will I continue to go to Frontsight? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. If I can, I guess the main thing for me is getting some training for my daughter and for my other son who haven't been down there yet. Doing that with them at some point, because that's been a fun thing to do family-wise. So if I can still do all of that without changing my gold status member, changing to a gold status member, then I probably will. But I think that any one of them who becomes a new member from receiving a membership, they will automatically kind of be converted into the gold status member, which means they have to buy some Frontsight coins and pay the $75 per day fees. I think that's correct. So for me, the two things that really killed the previous deal for me were the fact that you had to buy your ammo from Frontsight, and the fact that you had to pay an annual membership maintenance fee. Those two things made me say, no, I don't want to do any of this anymore. And they've rescinded that for everybody, it looks like. If that's the case, then I think we're done here. There's nothing left to complain about, at least from my standpoint. Now, you can still complain about, I don't like the way they teach this or teach that, or I don't think they do a good enough job with this or that, and that's why I'll never go to Frontsight, and I've heard so many bad things about Frontsight, and blah, blah, blah. Man, I've never tried to say you ought to go to Frontsight, and you should definitely go to Frontsight, and it's better than any other place. I don't feel that way at all. I think that it's better than no training. A lot better than no training at all. And I feel like when I've taken my son there, taken my wife there, they learn more from their experience at Frontsight than I could easily teach them from a couple of days at the range. Because it's more than just the fact that they've got the whole curriculum figured out, and they know how to teach it well and explain things well and get through things in a very progressive this then that then this then that kind of a way. They're very good at that, much better than I am, and so that alone is worth the money to me. But man, I'm really kind of off on a big tangent right now. I guess I'll wrap it up. I do think that it is worth it for folks who just don't have any training whatsoever, and probably wouldn't get training if the bar were so high that it was like $1,000 for the course and you have to bring 1,000 rounds of ammo, or $2,000 or whatever. But if that was the standard, if that was the bar, then yeah, a lot of people simply wouldn't get the training. And for that reason, I'm glad Frontsight exists, because it's a place where you can get some basic safety training, basic marksmanship training, gun handling skills and so forth. Not limousine, not the best stuff, but way better than nothing. And so for that reason, again, I'll keep my membership as it is. I don't anticipate going to this gold status thing, but I'll look into it some more, and maybe I'll think about doing that for my kids in the future. And that is essentially the update. I hope that was helpful to you guys. Again, it's been a long time since I've been here on YouTube. This whole thing with front sight really kind of made me want to speak to you guys, because many of my subscribers came about from my front sight videos, and a lot of people associate me as the YouTube front sight guy. Not trying to claim anything, but I know a lot of people look at me that way, and so I feel like I have a little bit of a responsibility to address this here on YouTube, explain what I can, and dispel whatever mistruths I can. Anyhow, hope that helps. I'm Late Boy Scout. We'll see you.